This month, Anthropic released the most powerful AI model that's ever been built. And they're not making it available to you, but they are making it available to top corporations. So this begs the question, is this responsible gating or is it just gatekeeping? Let's talk about it. In early April, Anthropic released information about a model called Mythos, codenamed Capybara, alongside information about Project Glasswing. What you need to know about this model is that it's massive and it's powerful. Mythos has 10 trillion parameters, and by comparison, GPT-4 was estimated to have around 1.4 trillion parameters. And it's also really powerful and particularly adept at identifying software vulnerabilities. It found a bug in OpenBSD that had been sitting there for 27 years. And Mythos didn't just find one bug. According to Anthropic, it found thousands of zero-day vulnerabilities across Windows, Mac OS, Linux, iOS, Android, but this is the concerning part. Mythos doesn't just find vulnerabilities, it has the ability to write the code to exploit those vulnerabilities, which is the reason that Anthropic cited for not releasing this model publicly. With this model or a model like it, every hacker with nefarious intentions would be able to use it to exploit vulnerabilities and bring down digital infrastructure. And this risk goes well beyond your favorite browser because we live in an increasingly digital world, and this puts industries and services at risk too, from finance and travel to oil and agriculture and water and beyond. Project Glasswing is a program that Anthropic is running where they're giving access to the Mythos previews model to companies like Microsoft, Apple, AWS, CrowdStrike, and the Linux Foundation, among others. And those companies get to use the Mythos preview model to identify vulnerabilities in their own digital infrastructure and patch those vulnerabilities before hackers have a chance to find them and exploit them. Now, I know that on the surface that sounds great, but is it reasonable and is it fair for a company to make the most powerful AI available to the most powerful companies and not to the public? So here are the pros and cons of Anthropic's approach. The pros of gating this model are that the cybersecurity capabilities are genuinely dangerous. And if those cybersecurity capabilities made their way into the hands of bad actors, then it could cause catastrophic harm for people around the world. The cons of gating this model are that only the richest companies are getting access. So that concentrates AI power among the already powerful. The idea of we're not releasing this to the public and we're only giving this to trillion-dollar companies, those are two very different ideas. And I think we need to be really honest about that distinction. Another con of gating this model is that smaller companies don't get access to it. Another one is that there's no public accountability. The public doesn't get to use the model, which means the public doesn't test the model. And that puts us in a position where we just have to take Anthropic's word for it that the model is too powerful. This is also likely stokes some industry competition, which means that there are competitors of Anthropic's that are probably going to try to make a similar or comparable model, and they're going to try to put it out to the public as a differentiator between them and Anthropic. Anthropic said that they don't plan to make this model generally available, but they do plan to create Mythos class models and release those to the public in the future. Do you think Anthropic is doing the right thing here, or do you think that this is gatekeeping that's disguised as safety? Tell me in the comments, and if you want to stay informed about what's going on in the world of AI and responsible AI, I hope you'll follow along.